Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to episode, where are we? 64? 64 episodes so far on the channel. Welcome. My name is Audrey. I am a psychic medium. I live in California. I'm from California. I'm a mom. I'm married. I'm just a normal person. Well, you know what I'm saying. Not normal, but I just want to have a happy life like everyone else. But I happen to have these abilities, and I'm sharing them with the world via YouTube. So thanks for checking out this video. It's just going to be a relaxing video. I have a fresh coffee. I have a bag of makeup. So we're going to put on some makeup. I am, and maybe you are too. And we're just going to chit chat. So I apologize for the last video because the internet was like in and out, in and out. It was awful. I tried to watch it with my husband, and every freaking 5 seconds, he's like, "This is bad. This is bad." Shh, quiet. I know it's bad. You're gonna watch it or not. If you don't want to watch it, turn it off. So we went out and bought a cable. So I am hardwired into the internet right now. So hopefully this helps with playback. I'm not sure where the hiccup comes in, because I got different softwares running all together and separately at the same time to make the show happen. So I'm not a wizard. I don't know about these things. I'm just a mom trying to muddle my way through through life. But I do apologize for that last video. Fingers crossed this one is smooth like butter. All right, so let's go ahead and start with some makeup. I don't want my microphone too far away, so I'm gonna move it close like this. Okay, I got my green screen. I have a nice hot coffee. We just had lunch. We had some leftover Indian food from last night. Oh my god. I don't know if I was Indian in a past life, but I certainly love the food. All right, so I have, I don't know if I'll put on eyeshadow today. Let's not get too fancy. So I've already put on the Revitalift L'Oreal Paris with sunscreen. This is my daily moisturizer. And let's go ahead and just do some of this Maybelline stuff that I love to play tic-tac-toe with on my face. It's just a concealer. My husband's like, "How come your video is like not very professional?" I don't know. I have a camera separate from the laptop that I have video recording. I have a brand new, super fast, fancy laptop. I don't know. I don't know. It's just so frustrating. And it's hard to connect up with Benjamin um, in Vermont because, just the time zone and depending on what he's doing. He's a big gamer, so he's online a lot. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, it looks like Halloween. I can do a whole landscape here. How about the sun? The sun can be over here. Some sun rays. All right, that's enough, Audrey. Yeah, so I'm very frustrated, but I am proud of myself that I've taught myself through YouTube and just Google and everything how to freaking edit video. It's so terrifying for me learning new major things like editing. So I learned that a few years ago before I started my last YouTube channel, and it was fine. It was fine, but I'm telling you, I swear to God, I was sweating. Sometimes I had tears, um, just headaches. It was, and there's still a lot more for me to learn. I don't know everything, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. But then now I just had to learn this StreamYard. So StreamYard gives me the capability of bringing in, for example, let me show you. when I do oops, hold on. Okay, when I do that, that effect is from StreamYard. So I'm on StreamYard right now doing that over there. So anyway, it's complicated to me, in my personal opinion. It's complicated. Okay, now I don't know what happened to my makeup sponge, but whatever. Just do what I can. Little bit of this, little bit of that. So yeah, so yesterday I recorded that video with Lori Vallow's brother and uncle. Um, I do get frustrated, you guys, because you like my mustache? I am so anti-religious. And that may seem odd because I'm a spirit medium. I don't like cults. I grew up in a cult. And that's not why well, maybe it is why I'm anti-religion because I saw what a ridiculous joke it is and how what it's done to my family and still doing to my family in the name of Jesus and church and man's law. You know, these cults kind of go outside of the Bible and add in their own garbage in addition to the rules and everything that applies in the Bible. They change it up a little bit. They get more specific. Well, 10%. Yeah, well, that was 2,000 years ago. We're going to go ahead and bump it up to 15% of your salary now. You know, you don't want to upset God. So go ahead and, if you want to get 50%, oh, yeah, well, you know what? That's why I never had lunch money when I was growing up because my dad spent all his money on the church. And I would have to like beg for food. Maybe that's why I'm fat now. I'd have to beg for food. Like, hey, are you done with that? Are you not going to eat your crust on your cheese sandwich? I'll eat it. Um, because my dad, I couldn't even ask him for money. If I tried to ask him for lunch money, which back then it was like a dollar 25 for lunch in high school, he'd be like, "You don't have any money?" Now, I've never talked back to my dad because he'd beat me. So I couldn't really protest. Like, "Hey man, you're the one that had 4 kids." You know what my dad told me recently? He wanted to have more kids. He wanted to have 6. For why? Why? You already fucked up these 4 over here. We're jacked up and so are our kids. So, what? What does this have to do with lunch money? You know? Basic needs not being met because of the church and my dad's stupid religion that he was in. And even though he quit that particular church, um, it's still in his head, you know? Still in his head. It's so bad, you guys. I'm gonna be talking more about this, uh, coming up, starting now. So um, yeah, it's kind of like Lori Vallow's uncle was saying in that last video, or maybe it was Adam, I don't know, one of the 2 gentlemen, like, "Hey, our family's screwed up. We're really awful. Don't know what's happening, don't know why I'm being shat upon, but I'm pretty sure I didn't do anything." Um, so it's like, what is going on in the world? Why are people so crazy? I don't understand. Get a life. Do you not have enough garbage in your life that you want to start with me? And it's like the guys were saying in that video, like, everyone has family problems. They do. Because anytime I do a reading, every single time there's drama, it may not be as severe as Lori Vallow's family or as severe as my family currently. Um, but it's there. And who would have thought that 55 years old, my brother's 56, my brother would come back into my parents' life after being estranged for 20 years. Oh, what? They're getting older? Oh, their house is worth how many millions now? Interesting, Satan, interesting. So life just really sucks sometimes. I did my makeup the other day. My husband's like, "Oh no, go back, fix it." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "You're too dark. You look funny here. Your neck is not the same." Because I'm used to putting makeup on for YouTube, and you have to put it on really heavy and severely dark and bright, because otherwise it doesn't show up. Yeah. See, when I look in this mirror, I can definitely see it looks good, but when I look on camera, I look pale to me. In my little tiny opinion. I just went down today. I just got back from running a couple errands. Um, I'm gonna look in the mirror over here. I wanted to get Jonathan's passport, so I got all the paperwork. I printed off a checklist that's offered by the county or state or whoever, and printed off the checklist. I even brought, in addition, I brought his social security card, which they did not ask for on the paperwork, and I brought his shot record from COVID. Again, not asked, but trying to plan ahead, think ahead. I brought it. So they're like, "Can he sign his name?" And it's like, he doesn't know he's alive. So yeah, that's probably going to be a no, but I can put a pin in his hand if you want an X. And she's like, the lady's like, she was nice and everything, but she's like, "Okay, well, who signed his ID card?" I said, "Oh, I do. I sign it for him. I sign his name for him." And she said, "Do you have a conservatorship?" And I said, "Yes, I do." She said, "Did you bring it?" Nope, did not bring it. There were no questions about a disabled person on the application anywhere. Um, so she goes, "Well, do you have that at home, the conservatorship?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "The original one from the court?" "Yeah, yeah, yes." "Yeah, I have to bring it in." She goes, "Well, you have to bring it in and anyone else who's on the conservatorship." I go, "Well, that ain't gonna happen, 'cause my parents are on there. They will not come, nor do I want them to come because was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Um, I my husband and I were gonna file a paper with the courts to remove my parents because we're never gonna see them again, to remove my parents off their conservatorship because I wasn't with my husband at that time. He was still in the other country and I was still traveling. And so, while I'm traveling back then, I wanted my parents to have authority to, make decisions for Jonathan. So my parents were on the conservatorship as co-people, whatever. And she goes, "Well, they have to be here." I said, "Well, they're not going to come." And oddly enough, that you're bringing this up, lady, um, yesterday, my parents filed with an attorney a motion to remove themselves from Jonathan's life. "Oh, my son who you told me 2 weeks ago you have a right to see him?" Of course you have a right to see him. What are you talking about? I don't even understand this conversation. Why yeah, no one's trying to keep Jonathan from anybody. No one just wants to come down here and drive that far to see him. Oh, sorry. I said, "Well, oddly enough, my parents are going to court to get themselves removed off Jonathan's conservatorship, which is great because that'll save me however much money that was going to cost me and us, my husband." So, huh, your sweet angel of life, my dad's best friend. Interesting. Okay. Um, I think I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock. I mean, I know my parents hate me and my husband, and I'm not joking. I'm not being dramatic. They hate us. My mom's hated me her whole life. It's in my book that I wrote 2 years ago. It's all detailed in there because it's always been the case. She hates me with a passion, my mother. Oh, you guys just wait. You wait until I can tell you the freaking whole story, because it's unbelievable. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with any of those people, and I haven't since we moved out of San Jose, and, that's why I never call her. I don't text her. If she or my dad happen to text me to see how Jonathan's doing, great, I will answer, right away. I'm not an asshole. And if she asks for pictures, sure, I'll send a picture of Jonathan. Who cares? Um, how's my precious boy doing? Oh, okay. Um, I don't email them. I don't go by the house because it looks like downtown Beirut in that neighborhood. No, thank you. No, thank you. Um, yeah, it's it's shocking. It's shocking the condition of the neighborhood they live in. It is so ghetto's not even the right word. Ghetto's not even the right word. It's something like nothing I've ever seen before, this neighborhood. Um, so I don't want anything to do with her. Being that I have severed the relationship, a few weeks ago, I think it was, I texted her and said, "Can you please send me the recipe for capirutada? It's a Mexican dessert, capirutada. I like the dessert. Do you have the recipe written down?" Because she always just made it by memory. So she's like, "Oh no, I wrote it up a couple years ago for Sarah, for my daughter who lives in Vermont. I wrote it for Sarah, so I'll send you a copy." So she sends me the copy of the capirutada, which is amazing. It's like a bread pudding with peanuts, raisins, and cheese. It sounds disgusting. It looks bad, but it's so good. So good. Anyway, I was just thinking, okay, I'm thinking long term. Let me go ahead and get some recipes from her while she's alive, while I have access to her. Um, so I did that. Um, yeah, no, but she still hates me. One time, um, let's see, I was in San Jose. Husband was in Vermont with our house there, and my mom and sister were at Disneyland, and my mom said, "Oh, you can use my iPad for Johnny's school if you want instead of your phone." Because back then it was COVID and we did school by virtual, whatever, Zoom. And so I was using my mom's tablet or iPad, and I don't really know how to use any Apple products. So, um, anyway, I was doing school with Jonathan, and all of a sudden, this messages started popping up from my mom's phone, which, if my mom's in Disneyland and I'm in San Jose, I didn't think the phone and the iPad could connect and show messages and stuff. I don't want to see anybody with messages. I don't want to be a part of that. Well, these messages were about me, saying between my mom and my other sister, "Fuck Audrey. Fuck her." For what? What happened? You guys just left yesterday. Everything seemed fine. What's happened? Well, come to find out, it was because this was full blown COVID, okay? Full blown COVID. Everyone had to wear masks everywhere you went. I didn't think it was that safe to go to Disneyland. I voiced that to them in a nice way. "Hey, I don't know. With Johnny's condition, we have asthma. You and dad are old. Do you think it's a good idea to go to Disneyland right now?" So they decided to go. That's fine. So what I said was, "When you get back, are you willing to wear your mask for a few days. Otherwise, Johnny and I will wear masks around the house. What you would I don't know. I think that's why they were cursing at me. How awful. But of course, when they get home, they're like, "Oh, hi. We bought you this. Oh, we got well, no, no, no. They said, "We didn't get you anything, but we got Johnny a shirt." Okay. Okay. I can buy my own freaking stuff at Disneyland. Thank you. And I do. So, it was this constant abuse in the household. Even I would hear them talking about me in the house. Like, did I hear my name? And I'd start to listen. Oh, they're talking about me. What are they saying? And it's like I'm trying to listen, then they start whispering. It's an absolutely sick environment. My psychiatrist told me to leave. He told me to get out of there, go back to Vermont, and any time that you do need to be in San Jose, don't stay there. Don't go anywhere near them. So I started this disassociating with my family a while ago. Um, yeah. Uh, oh God, there's so much, you guys. There's so much. My dad's he's a liar. I'm gonna save that part for another video where I talk about what a liar my father is. Oh man, this is so going in the book, you guys. This latest drama is so going in the book. I don't care if they take me to court and ask and get the book pulled or something. I don't know, but it's going in the book. It's going in the book. Um, it's all going in the book. And the book, I started writing as therapy to get through living with these people. We got the cult father, the narcissistic mother, the what's the word? Uh, how old is my sister? She'll be 43 in a couple weeks. The virgin. You heard me right. You heard me right. She's the good girl. So because she's the good girl, my dad doesn't charge her rent or anything. Anything. And before we moved out of San Jose, my mom was screaming at my husband, "Get her out of here. She's been here for 20 years." I'm like, I thought this was my home. This has been my home since I was 3 years old. What are you doing? I mean, you guys, it's so sick. It's so sick. I could do a whole book just on my mother. And I might do it. I'm a good person. You guys see me here. You see what you get. I cuss too much. I have opinions. I'm emotional sometimes. I take anxiety meds. So what? It's absolutely freaking crazy. All right, I need some eye makeup. So, needless to say, I'm exhausted from all this garbage. Um, let's see. Let me find my eyeliner. I have a crayon eyeliner that I like. I guess it's a crayon. Let me find it and see. Nope, not that thing. God, there's so many things I bought. Let me show you this. This has like little cutouts on it. You can't see it, but it's got like little cutouts on it as if to impersonate hair strands. Well, it doesn't really work. It's for this. It just comes out looking like a marker, like a Sharpie marker. I mean, the color's fine. But when I look on the camera right now, this looks gray, which it's not. It's brown, but I know it looks gray. I'm letting the black grow out. I do not want to have my hair chemically peeled. Sorry, I'm looking for the top. I don't want to have my hair chemically peeled to get off the black. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to pay for it. I don't want the chemicals on me. So I'm going to go around with this multi-tone. You can see the gray, like, right there. Anyway, so I have that going on, and my eyebrows, I don't know, my eyebrows are like, they don't produce hair anymore for some reason, because 'cause I'm getting old. Um, is this it? Yeah, this is it. Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes, and oh, here's my glasses that are broken, my London glasses. I have to go back to London and get some. Made in Germany. Oh gosh. This is color 2L. It's a brownie bronze kind of color, and you have to sharpen it with a pencil thingy. Anyway, back to passports. So now I have to wait to get John's passport. I have to wait for my parents to go through the court and get themselves removed. Thank you. Thank you for doing that, mom and dad. Thank you. Um, and then that'll get filed with the courts, and then they'll send Jonathan and me original copies that have been stamped by the court. I- Hold on. Then I can take that original paperwork to back to the county clerk's office. Sorry, I know it's bumping. I don't like I don't like the government having my passport. Like, I feel claustrophobic, if that makes any sense. Like, now I know I can't leave the country, and that makes me have anxiety. It makes me claustrophobic. I feel like I can't breathe all the way. And I didn't pay for expedited. I wanted to, but my husband's like, "Don't do it." And the lady's like, "I wouldn't do it." I'm like, "Oh, shut up, lady." Um, so now I have to wait and go back and do that. So that's gonna be delayed. I don't know how long it'll take to get Jonathan's passport done, but I need to be able to leave. I need to be able to leave the freaking country, you guys. I mean, I can do readings from anywhere. I don't need to be in any particular country because it's all done on Zoom anyway. Or if I am in England, I can do in person readings in England for those who are there, or Australia, or wherever I'm at. I don't care. Um, because the older I get, and my husband, we've decided, really me, but he's going along with it, I think. I hope so. Um, that we just want to travel. And if we have to take John with us for now, then we will. Um, John has 1 year of school left. After that, I think he just goes to like an adult day program. So it's not educational, not that he can learn anything anyway, but um, after that, I wanna be gone. I wanna be gone from here. I wanna be in England for a couple months. We might need to spend 6 months in Australia, for citizenship things, problems, or whatever. So I that's it's just weighing heavy on me not having the passports ready and done, but I have time, I guess. Um But it's challenging. It's challenging having someone who's disabled that, I've tried really hard to make arrangements. It's usually been my parents. Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say. My parents, when Johnny was when once we figured out Johnny was ill, um, someone needed to be home with him 24/7. Like, he we knew he couldn't go to regular school and stuff, so, I told my mom, "You know what? I'm just not going to work. I'll just go on welfare and stay home with him, but I'm not going to leave him and go to work. He needs me." And my mom said, "Well, why don't you get a job and we'll all retire from school." My mom worked at a school, even though she didn't graduate high school. Um, um, she said, "You get the job. I'll stay home with him. Dad can help, whatever, whatever." That's a lot of responsibility. Well, my mom likes being the martyr. So she did it. She complained a lot, but she did it. And that was our arrangement. That was our agreement. And every so often, I would say, I can quit my job. I can quit my job and I'll stay home. You guys relax. You and dad go somewhere without the baby sister, the virgin. Without her, you and dad travel. Your father doesn't want to travel. Well, maybe he just doesn't know because you guys never do. You've never been anywhere. She's like, no. So, all those years, she would tell me, "No, no, no, I'd rather watch Johnny. Johnny means more to us than, um, we don't want you to stay home and not have any money for the kids, for Sarah and Benjamin and stuff. And you have to have a car, blah, blah, blah." So fine, fine, fine. I'll work. So I worked. But of course, now they're claiming, uh, that they're just the most wonderful people on the planet, and I'm just a crazy bitch, uh, which is not true at all. So anyway, that's what I have going on. How about you guys? I always say, you know what? Don't rush to fix a problem because there's always another problem waiting in the wings. It's so true. And I often think maybe I should stop thinking about it. Maybe I'm causing these problems, but I often think, okay, well, as an old lady later in the future, am I still gonna can I breathe? When do I get to breathe? When do I get to relax? When do I get to um, be stress free and everything free? Um, yeah, I think that's called death. I think. Sorry, that's too close. Huh? I think um, as long as we're alive on this crazy planet, we're gonna have stuff happen to us. That's just a part of life. Maybe you're at the grocery store, someone bangs into your car, they take your wallet, uh, those kind of things. I just got 5 fraud charges on my credit card, my debit card yesterday. And I called the bank. I'm like, okay, so my life's not hard enough. You guys are processing all these hundreds of dollars of DoorDash on my debit card. You can't stop them from going, "No, sorry, man, we can't stop the um processing part." So they'll get processed and removed. Well, thank God I'm not completely broke. You know what I mean? Because these people took hundreds and hundreds of dollars out of my bank. Um, so it's just, I'm telling you, one thing after another. If it's not this, it's that. It's always something. And, maybe it's the kids. Maybe, I don't know. You know, you guys tell me, what are you guys dealing with? Help me out here. Help a girl out. Help me to feel better about myself and my situation. You know, not a bad person. Not a bad person. I only have good intentions. And I'll tell you more of the story. I'll tell you where this is all coming from. Um, and I know what you're going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say because it's obvious. It's very obvious of what's happening. And yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you guys apprised. I'll let you know the full story later. Um, I can't say anything else. I don't want to say anything else. I don't want to get in trouble. Um, you never know. But anyway, I'll go see your guys' questions and comments. I'll respond to you guys there. And thanks for letting me vent, you guys. I appreciate it so much. I needed that. I needed that so much. I do feel better about it. So thank you so much for watching this video today. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you real soon. All right.